Welcome to the Arsenal, the Gunners, Eberishia Eze and Xavi Simons to Arsenal, the creative duo reshaping the Emirates, 10,000 characters. In the summer of 2025, Arsenal Football Club pulled off one of the most exciting transfer double swoops in recent Premier League history, signing Eberishia Eze from Crystal Palace and Xavi Simons from Paris Saint-Germain. These two elite creative midfielders arrived at the Emirates with high expectations and an ambition to restore Arsenal to the pinnacle of European football. Under the tactical genius of Mikel Arteta, this transfer window marked a new chapter. Arsenal wasn't just buying stars, they were recruiting leaders, magicians, and architects of the game. And in Eze and Simons, they secured two of the most technically gifted midfielders in world football. The vision: Arteta's midfield revolution. Mikel Arteta had been clear for months. Arsenal needed more unpredictability in the final third. While Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard provided structure and stability, the Gunners lacked that extra spark. The flair to unlock low blocks, the creativity to dictate against Europe's best. That's where Eze and Simons came in. Arteta wanted to build a midfield of total intelligence, one that could dominate possession, press intensely, and break lines with elegance. His plan? A fluid 4-3-3 with Rice as the anchor, Eze on the left interior, and Simons floating on the right. Together, this trio promised balance, dynamism, and danger. Eberishia Eze, the South London magician. Eberishia Eze arrived at Arsenal as a Premier League star already. After dazzling seasons at Crystal Palace, where he scored 10+ goals and assisted nearly as many per season, Eze became the creative soul of Selhurst Park. But he wanted more: European football, silverware, and the spotlight his talent deserved. The $65 million transfer was finalised early in July 2025. Eze, at 27, brought experience, maturity, and an unteachable ability to glide past defenders with ease. His first training session at London Colney was met with stunned silence. Even players like Gabriel Jesus and Bukayo Saka applauded as he wove through tight spaces with effortless grace. He was handed the number 8 shirt, symbolically bridging the flair of legends like Liam Brady and the artistry of Aaron Ramsey. Xavi Simons, the Dutch mastermind. Arsenal's move for Xavi Simons was more complicated. PSG had re-signed him from PSV, but sent him on loans to Leipzig and then back to PSG. Though he impressed in Germany and France, Simons wasn't guaranteed a starting place in Paris. Arsenal, sensing opportunity, triggered his $60 million release clause. The 22-year-old Dutchman had matured into one of the most versatile young midfielders in the world. He could play as a number 10, as a right winger, or in a free-roaming central role. His pressing intelligence, vision, and short passing ability made him a perfect fit for Arteta ball. Wearing the Memming 14 jersey, once worn by Thierry Henry, Simons embraced the responsibility with pride. Training at London Colney, the chemistry sparks. From their first week together, Eze and Simons were in sync. In tight rondo drills, they found each other effortlessly. In tactical sessions, they spoke the same football language. They shared a love of movement, a respect for space, and a drive to create. Arteta noticed immediately. They're football artists, he told reporters, but they work like soldiers. Eze brought swagger, a calm authority on the ball. Simons brought energy, always scanning, always thinking 2 passes ahead. In behind Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus, they became the engine and the imagination. The Emirates had never seen anything quite like it. August 2025, Premier League. Starts with a bang. Arsenal opened their Premier League season at home to Aston Villa. All eyes were on Eze and Simons. In the 23rd minute, Simons picked the ball deep and drove forward. A clever 1-2 with Odegaard opened space. He slid a pass through to Eze, who danced past a defender and curled a stunning shot into the top corner. The Emirates erupted. By full time, Arsenal had won 3-0. Eze scored 1, assisted 1. Simons completed 94% of his passes and won Player of the Match. The headlines wrote themselves: "New era at Arsenal. Ease and Simons deliver a masterclass, building a dream. Midfield. As the weeks went on, the Arsenal midfield began to gel like never before. Declan Rice provided defensive security and deep ball progression. Ødegaard rotated intelligently with Simons. Ease operated between the lines, linking beautifully with Martinelli on the left. By October, Arsenal were unbeaten in the league. Their Champions League campaign had started with 2 wins out of 2, including a 2-0 win away to Inter Milan, in which Simons scored a screamer from 25 yards. Pundits began comparing the trio of Rice, Eze and Simons to the great Barcelona midfields, not in style, but in control, fluidity and intelligence. A culture of creativity and discipline. Inside the dressing room, both Eze and Simons became instant fan favourites, not just for their skill, but for their humility and work ethic. Eze was often seen staying after training, practicing free kicks and shooting drills. Simons worked with academy players, speaking with young Dutch-English prospects and sharing advice about staying grounded. Their relationship with Arteta was built on mutual respect. They were given freedom on the pitch, but only after proving they would defend, press and sacrifice for the team. The Arsenal fan base began to dream again. Arsenal's identity, back to beautiful football. For years, Arsenal were known for flair, Wenger's invincibles, Fabregas's young guns, and the intricate passing of the Emirates years. But the club had lost that identity at times during the 2010s. Now, in 2025, it returned with vengeance. With Eze gliding through defenders and Simons dictating rhythm, Arsenal weren't just winning. They were entertaining, enchanting and exciting. Even legends like Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp praised the new team. "They remind me of the old Arsenal," Bergkamp said, "but with a modern twist." Challenges and triumphs. By December 2025, Arsenal were top of the Premier League table and through to the Champions League round of 16. But challenges came. Injuries to Jesus and Zinchenko forced tactical shifts. Simons was moved into a false 9 role. Eze was tasked with more defensive work, and yet they adapted. In a crucial 2-1 win against Manchester City at the Etihad, it was Eze who scored the winner with a stunning solo run. Simons assisted the opener with a delicate chip over the defence. They weren't just creators, they were deciders. Conclusion: the future is red and white. As 2026 approaches, the Arsenal faithful know they are witnessing something special. In Eberishia Eze and Xavi Simons, they have 2 midfielders not just playing football, but redefining it. Their chemistry is telepathic, their influence is immeasurable, their future, potentially legendary. Together, they've brought Arsenal back to the summit of English football, and if this story continues, Champions League glory may be just around the corner. From South London to North London, from Amsterdam to the Emirates, Eze and Simons have made Arsenal home.